Howdy folks, and welcome to this Let's Play of Hearts of Iron. Hearts of Iron number 4 to be precise. And last time we actually had started on the actual tutorial. So we're just going to be loading a particular Let's Play. And we're actually playing, of course within the tutorial, as what looks like difficult to recruit. And we're playing Italy. So the tutorial will actually take us through some of those and shall take us through the various different stages. Now we are on stage number 2 within the tutorial, and basically at this point we are asked to basically go and focus our camera on Eritrea, which is down there. Okay. So there are 14 divisions in Eritrea and they have to be selected. So okay, I draw a border around them and then select them. Now we are now learning how to plan an offensive. Divisions can be joined into armies, and an army is used to draw battle plans, and they can be assigned a commander to lead them. Click the new army button at the bottom of the screen. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to basically create a new army. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to allocate a front line. So we do the front line button here. And we're going to basically click the border with Ethiopia. Okay, so that front line is now drawn out here, as you can see. Front line now exists between Ethiopia. In order for you to get your troops to attack the battle plan, you must first also draw an offensive order. Click on the offensive line button, and then right click and drag between the two highlighted provinces. Sorry, two highlighted provinces. So I actually draw the border as to where I want to basically do my attack through. I've now created an offensive order to attack the Ethiopian capital. Before you go ahead and give the order to execute the plan, it would be nice to make the correct preparations. This will allow your units to prepare for 25 days and they will receive a combat bonus for up to 50%. Certain land doctrines can give you modifiers for how long you can prepare, whilst others will give you modifications for how fast you can reach your maximum level of preparation. It's also advisable for you to prepare your air force as well. Click the air base in Eritrea. So there is an air base here. Why is it pointing there? I'm not sure. That's my air base. Okay, so my various different air wings are selected. In order for your troops to have a higher guarantee of success in battle, it's also important to give them the proper air support they require. Air wings assigned to an air region can be sent on missions to support. Air wings can be sent out to close support missions, which will enable them to join land combat engagement. Assign the air wings based in Eritrean Air Base by right-clicking on the East Africa region, which is over here. Fine. And at this point, once I've actually done that, I can actually start assigning individual missions. So I'll basically assign air superiority, close air support to tactical bomber, so efficiency of the mission is pretty high, and also for the close air support plane, I can assign that as well. So we're in terms of the tutorial at stage 9 out of 15. It's time to look at executing the battle plan and conquering Eritrea for Ethiopia. Click the default map mode. Default map mode is this one here. Army in Eritrea is selected. Okay. Good. Before beginning the assault on Ethiopia, you should assign a commander to your army if you have not already done so. Click the empty leader portrait, which is at the top left here on the screen, as you can see, and select the commander from the list. Now, there is a clear distinction in here between what we call field marshals and actual generals. Generals are more hands-on. They got limits in terms of how many divisions they can handle. Marshals, I'm not entirely sure what it is that they particularly do. Again, there is a wiki available for us to read through. And I guess I'll basically choose one of the generals, which gives us a benefit. Now, we don't have any armor in here, so I'm not going to use Giovanni. I'm going to use, let's say I'm going to use Sebastiano. And he will help in preparing our army for this particular battle. Now, can I see my level of preparation somewhere? I'm going to start the clock running here because I, of course, want to spend those 25 days in terms of preparing. Where do I see my preparedness for the army? I don't know. I'm just using the plus and minus buttons at the top of on my keyboard to be able to accelerate the flow of time here. So I've gone to time acceleration 2, just gone to 3. My planes are already operating over the scene itself. As you can see, if I just zoom out on here, you see the day-night cycle actually moving by as well. So night and then day. Now I'm just looking to see where I can actually see the preparedness level. To be honest, I don't see how I can see it at the moment. Is it supposed to be on here or there? It's still preparing. Ah, okay. Click to activate the execution of the entire plan, and then click on the desired orders to toggle execution. So I click on activate, and then once I click on activate, I can actually choose which of the orders to activate. Okay. So we're still preparing. So we're just waiting for those 25 days to actually have passed. I assume that some of the actual bits that we haven't actually selected earlier yet will actually help us later on as well. Okay, and again, the hints will come up whenever you go to certain screens here as well. Just talking about political power, which we are counting at the top here. So we get 1.5 political power per day, which is fine. We are still preparing, it says. So we got 14 divisions in one army that are basically staged along this border. That's exactly what it says here. And we are basically going to move 14 divisions over here, it says as well. Alright, preparations are complete. Estimated plan value stands at 90%. The plan is considered to be to our advantage. Friendly air support 10%, inferior enemy 100%. Okay, so let's click on execute. And then I can choose which of the orders to actually execute. So we are now actually fighting the enemy along this line. Now what I haven't actually done here on this border yet. I actually haven't created an army here yet. I just want to basically create an army here. So I did say defensive front line, didn't I? Can I? Don't tell me I actually have to select each individual field. It looks like. Why didn't I do this before? Probably should have done this before. Anyways, orders have been issued here. And again, I can actually assign a general to here as well. I'm gonna assign. Well, I don't want Ugo because he's one of the old guard as an extra skill he's got, which actually means that they will gain less experience, or at least gain it less quickly, I should say. I'm gonna assign Ubaldo. I'm assuming I'm announcing that correctly. Ubaldo. And he will start preparing his army. Now, if I look at there on that, it still says they are preparing and the divisions are not yet in position, which is okay for the time being. Now, looking at these little indicators here, it looks like we are winning, and it actually then gives me an indicator as to how long it is expected to last, that battle. If I click on there, I'll see the different stages, so what was actually happening intercept, withdrawal, pursuit, all those different bits and bobs of that. And again, the count is at the top here as well. And it's always a bit of a back and forth, different things happening in the battle, which will actually lead to pros and cons. Similar to this particular battle here, where I've got a pretty wide area that I'm basically using in terms of my attack at the moment. I've got some additional reserves moving in here. As you can see, it's a pretty big battle group, and they've got only 4 divisions in there. I've got 7 in there at the moment. Maximum width being 80. I'm basically trying to use 84. So there's not really much extra space. Now there is a little icon here, and it says that I'm learning Desert Fox and Mountaineering. Now in terms of the skill level, I'm at skill level 3 now, whereas they are at skill level 2. So I'm actually gaining skill levels quite quickly because I'm commanding all the different bits and bobs there. I seem to be learning a lot quicker than they are. Now they're already a Desert Fox, which gives them a movement bonus, attack bonus, etc, etc. And it looks like we actually already won part of the battles here. And our actual units are still moving on forward, but in the meantime they are trying to counter attack here, it looks like. Let's have a look. These guys here, they are still preparing. Okay. Things aren't going so well on the south side, it looks like. They are moving into our territory. Sorry about that. I don't want to execute my plan yet. I kind of had hoped that they would do some defending there as well, but okay. What would be actually a nice thing is if it were to tell us how long it would be until we actually are prepared for the actual plan execution. So it only tells us at the moment how long, or that we are not prepared yet. It would be great if we can actually see that it is prepared, or how long it will be before that actually gets to be prepared. Now we're actually both operating in the same theater here, it looks like. So are we now prepared yet? No, still not. How long is that going to take? Let's have a look at these other guys. So our next tutorial goal is for them to actually surrender. Now that's not going to happen until we actually gain control of their strategic points. Now this being one of them, and there's actually some resources here as well. There's some interesting news that came through. Remilitarization of the Rhineland. So what's actually happened in this instance? Germany has reoccupied the Rhineland, which of course will lead to some tension in the world. And I've actually completed one of my focuses, Ethiopian war logistics. So that's given me additional infrastructure in certain places. So I got 3 additional infrastructure, 4 naval bases in a province in that state. Okay, so perfect. Now the next one here, I don't have enough building slots for civilian factories, so that's a bit of a bummer. So Abruzzo. If I'm getting additional building slots, that shouldn't really be an issue. I would say. South Tyrol and Abruzzo. Let's see what I can actually do about that. So the game is paused at the moment. So South Tyrol is here, I believe. Is that the one? Where do I see my actual provinces? So South Tyrol. It's talking about 2. And Abruzzo is talking about 2 slots as well. Now, I do seem to have the space in there. Unless at the moment I'm actually producing, constructing something in there. So South Tyrol, which is here, and I had 2 slots. Yeah, so I've actually assigned something to be done in there. So I'm just going to remove that from the queue. So Abruzzo, I've got one assigned as well, which shouldn't be an issue. So let's try that again. So we're going to look at the national focus. This one here, and I still don't have enough building slots for civilian factories. I don't get it. Maybe if I start the clock running, it just needs a tick of the clock for us to actually see why that is. Require Ethiopian war logistics first. Why can I not do anything with that? Okay, so that one I can't do anything with either. So army. So I can in the meantime already start focusing in on this one here, which will give me some boost in terms of military factories in certain of our provinces, which is great. And let's go back to our battle. So has it prepared now? What is it saying? Battle plan with no units assigned. So which of our battle plans? So we're still in battle over here, it looks like. And towards Mountaineering we are actually at 99% done. So at this point I should have the Mountaineering here. So how do I see that? Learning traits. Can I see that anywhere? Look at the general. No. How do I manage that option? I don't really see how that's actually working. So, okay. Estimated plan value stands at 70%. That one stands at 20%. Okay, really see how marvelous that plan is going, isn't it? It's taken us quite a while to actually take it. And the days keep on going up and down, up and down, up and down. So combat width has increased significantly. 10 days remaining. Or completed some research. So that was our research of the mechanical engineering. So what can we do next? We can either do radio, which basically helps us reinforce quicker, or we can actually do mechanical computing, which actually helps us research quicker. So I'm just going to focus in on that one for the moment being. So So any boosts towards research at this point are, of course, welcome. So we're missing production at the moment. So we need some tactical bombers to be in our production queue as well. So tactical bombers. Which is fine. Just need to move it up in my queue. I haven't got any factories assigned to it at this point. So what can I do to available? Reduce the need for that one. Still ACM using all my factories in here, so that's great. So it gives me insight into the actual production queue here, this section here. I've already done pretty much most of that, I think. So I've assigned individual factories. Apologies about that brief interruption. Just looked at the clock. It looks like we're about the time mark for actually ending this particular session. So I'm going to draw a close to this session for today. And